So I wanted to give a little haul that I got from the bookstore. So my mom is visiting me, and I've told you guys she is a book girly too. That's where I get it from. So these are 2 books that I got. I got The Summer I Ate the Rich by their sisters Maika Mulit and Maritza Mulit. And then I got Fish Tales by Nettie Jones. It's a re-release from, I think, the 70s. I think it was originally released in the 70s and they re-released it this year. Hey y'all. So it's a couple days after my last clip. What was I doing? Oh, I think I went to the bookstore with my mom. Oh yeah, and I showed y'all what I got. Okay, because we were at the park with my son. Okay, so you already showed you guys what I got. Fish Tales and The Summer I Ate the Rich. Yeah, Summer I Ate the Rich and Fish Tales. I read both of those in summer. I already know. But I just want to give a reading update of what am I reading right now. I feel like this looks so grainy. You guys, it's like raining outside and it's just gloomy. And it's middle of the day, but it's gloomy. So I'm reading Pet. Even though like I'm like right in the middle of it, and I had just remembered this morning I was supposed to read Bitter first. I'm like, oh, like my mind is going, y'all. I'll read Bitter still, because I do want to know about her. So she is Jam's mom, and her book is called Bitter, and it's technically a little prequel to this. This is good, y'all. So it's YA, and so the main character is Jam. Excuse me. She is she's a preteen, a teenager. To me, it's hard to call a 13-year-old a teenager. I feel like that's preteen. I know it's 13, but anyways, I'm tangent. Yeah, so she is 13. She is so she's in the fictional world of, the town is called Lucille, and so right now
in their time. That's why I need to read Bitter, because I want to know who are the monsters, how did it come about, yada yada yada. So anyway, so there's these monsters that are supposedly eradicated. They should be all gone. So these people called the angels, it was a revolution that happened and got rid of the monsters, right? So the people of Lucille should be living in peace, right? But okay, this is it's on the back. So I don't want to say how, because I don't know if that's on the back. I don't have my glasses. So Pet comes in. I don't know what Pet's gender is. I don't think it says. So Pet comes about. It's a because I don't want to call it a monster, because it's not a monster, but it's a creature, I guess you could say, who emerges, and Jam is kind of befriending it a little bit. So what you call it? So Pet it said, I'm here because there's monsters here in Lucille and your best friend is in danger. So that's why I'm here, because Pet is a hunter, so it hunts the monsters. But Jam is like, there's no way, like the monsters are gone. But Pet is like adamant, like, no, there's a monster here, and that's why I'm in this realm or this sphere or whatever. I'm supposed to be hunting the monsters. So yeah, so that's where it is. It's so good. Cause I ain't gonna lie, I did not like Ikweiki Emezi's book, You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. I didn't like it, but I love Little Rock. I read it during Christmas break in this past December. Loved it. Rated it 4 stars. So, and then I saw Bryn. Speaking of, I'm watching another YouTuber fave right now. But Bryn, she read Pet and Bitter with her daughter, but I think she said her daughter didn't like it. But I was like, okay. Because I get a lot of recs from Bryn. I'm like, okay, if she likes it, she said she liked it. I was like, if she likes it, let me try. Because y'all know I'm tricky with the YAs. I'm doing laundry too. Sorry if you can hear it. I'm tricky with the YAs, but this is like a good mature YA. And it's a good conversation. And I love that Bryn read it with her daughter. It's a good conversation to have with your like kids, like yeah, because I don't want to give anything away, because I don't think that's not on, I don't want to give anything away, but like it's so many it's like messages. It's this good conversation piece for your kids. Like my son, he just turned 5, y'all. Last week he just turned 5, so he's way too young. He don't even understand or care about any of this, but like, you know, this would be good books to have for when he's a preteen, or like just even younger, like, and he has friends who are identify like Jam and like her friends and stuff like that. So yeah, it's just I'm glad I'm reading this, and it's really relevant to our community, Black and immigrants and stuff like that. So I'm glad I'm reading this, and I will read Bitter. I can't believe I forgot. Y'all know I've been going through a lot. Y'all know. And it's just, as always, it's busy. So I totally forgot. Totally forgot. But it's okay. I feel like I can read it like how I am, like going backwards. So anyways, so I'm almost done with this. It's a really short book. I think I can finish it today. And I'm loving it. Y'all, I've been reading other books this week. Today's Fridays. And I haven't talked to y'all since Sunday or Saturday, because this week was busy, but I've been reading, and y'all, and I did not vlog it, y'all. Sorry. because I didn't have the time. I don't know. I just think I forgot to. So I read in 2 days, y'all, or 3 days. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I read Don't Cry for Me, and immediately read Isaac's Song. I will be reviewing it on, I think I'm going to video myself reviewing it for TikTok and Instagram. I need to talk about those books. Like, it can't be just a pretty picture and caption review. I need to talk about it. So, and I'm going to review them together. Like, wow, you guys. I'm a Daniel Black fan. I am on a mission to find all his books. I know Perfect Peace. I feel like I have it. Yeah. Yes. Wow. So I'm going to do a review. And then, of course, I'll post it on Shorts, too. Maybe I'll film it tomorrow. Because today I've been cleaning my house today. Anyway, so what else am I reading? I'm still reading Wilderness. I'm really taking my time with this one because, okay, again, this doesn't come out until September, like September 16th. Like, there's no rush. Like, the publisher is not expecting a review from me. Like, I begged for it and they sent it to me. Then I'm expecting a review like ASAP. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take my time with it though, because it's one of those books where it's like a lot of information and it's like wordy and stuff like. And I really need to be able to sit and lock in and read it. It's one of those books I can't read like one page here, one page there, because it's a lot of information. So my plan is, this is gonna be my Mother's Day read, or maybe even tomorrow, because you guys, I have a very bookish weekend planned. So I have it's like a Books and Flowers event tomorrow in my town. I love when my town has little book events. So a pop-up bookshop. Oh, I told you guys about her, Bookhaven Books. And they do she's doing a collab with like a florist. So I already bought my ticket so I can shop books and then also build my little bouquet of flowers. And then on Sunday is Mother's Day, and I already told my husband, I was like, I don't want nobody to want me, need me on Sunday. So my plan is, let's see if I stick to it. My plan is to go to a yoga class, and then go sit in one of my new favorite cafes, and just sit and read. And it's a bookish cafe because it has like a display of like a bookshelf and games and stuff like that. So you get the vibes, do a little vlogging. Yeah. So anyways, so this is my plan, is to like really be able to lock in and read this, because I can't just do the one page here, one page there. And like I said, I've been really, really busy this week, really busy. And it's slowing down today and this weekend. So yeah, so those are my updates. Little reading updates. I'm taking a break right now. I just ate lunch. So I'm gonna sit and read Pet for a little bit. But yeah, my plan is to finish this today, so I can read this and then go get my son from school. Yeah. Hi guys, so I'm on the way to a bookish event. It's basically like a pop-up bookstore and like flowers type of. It's like a Mother's Day type of event. But yeah, it's gonna buy books and then create your own flower bouquet. I went to one like this for Valentine's Day or Galentine's a couple months ago, so it's pretty much very similar. So yeah. Right, y'all, so it's the next day, right? Yeah, it's the next day. I'm home. So I should do I got 2 books from the little book event I went to. So this is a quick little haul. So I got a poetry book by Franny Choi called "The World Keeps Ending and the World Goes On." It is it's a poet. So it says the poetry collection for the ends of worlds, past, present, and future. So it's about like the past is the Korean author. So it's like about women, comfort women from Korean comfort women from World War II, the climate crisis, the future, She also imagines what togetherness between Black and Asian and other marginalized communities would look like. So it just sounds interesting to me. I've been sort of collecting poetry books to like fall back on when I feel like a slump coming on, or I read a tough book, or if I'm going through if I have like a low mood. It's really helped. Like just reading poetry has helped me. As along with, oh my gosh, I haven't been talking at all today. Like I only had one meeting this morning, and I've just been working and listening to audiobooks and stuff, so I haven't really had to use my voice today. So it's my lunchtime right now. But yeah, so my friend, she actually is the one who got me back into poetry, because I've always been into poetry, but I haven't been reading it like I used to. Like reading poetry books like I used to, and she's the one who reminded me like try poetry, like when I was reading, I have a low mood a couple months ago. But anyways, like I was saying, so I do lean into my faith and pray and stuff like that still, but my comfort and my hobby and all the things is books, so why not use poetry books when I'm in those moods too. And then I got this book. It's a used book, because the book event I go to, that bookseller, she always has like bins of used books along with new releases and brand new books and all that type of stuff too. So I was like, let me look through. Yeah. So this was $5, which is good. So this is Well-Behaved Indian Women. Oh my gosh. I've seen mention of this before, and I think I've seen it in stores before. Maybe it's been on like Instagram, like Bookstagram or something, that I've really seen it. But it kept calling to me. I almost bought Martyr. She had that in the brand new section, and I almost bought Martyr. But like, I've heard it's a really good book, but that it's a little heavy and dark. I don't know. So I was like, let me try that from the library first before buying it. Certain books like I don't want to jump and buy. I don't jump and buy everything. I'm always buying books, but I don't jump and buy everything. It's like if I'm unsure about something, then I just get it from the library, whether it's physical or through Libby. That's what happened with Reformatory, because I knew it was gonna be a good book, but I knew it was horror. And y'all know I'm a scaredy cat. So that was a library book. And it's one of my all-time favorite books in the world. And it was my top read of 2024. And it was the first book I read in 2024. Nothing topped it the entire year. And I didn't get the physical copy, like my physical copy, until I think like January, when I subscribed to Aardvark Book Club. So it's my favorite book. I didn't get my own copy until a year later, and it was from the library. So anyways, so this one is Well-Behaved Indian Women by Samia Dave. So this one says it's a compelling, it's a mother-daughter story about 3 generations of women who struggle to define themselves as they pursue their dreams. So it's a grandmother, mother, daughter. So yeah. So those are 2 books I got from the Books and Bouquets event. Put those there. And then now for the reading updates, the books that y'all saw me reading throughout this vlog is Pet. Is what I started. No. Well, I think it's the first one I actually talked to y'all about in the book, or telling y'all like updates about it. This is by Kweki Emezi. I finished this one. I knew I was gonna finish it. And I give it 4 stars. Y'all, I love this. And I'm not gonna lie, I didn't really read the synopsis. Well, I did, but I don't think I fully absorbed what the synopsis was. So by the end, I really couldn't guess what the monsters were. And I kind of figured that the monsters or what it turned out to be. But wow, the way that Ikweiki Emezi executed this, wow. So I gave this 4 stars, solid 4 stars. And I don't even know why. Like, it didn't feel 5 stars to me. And it is YA, but I think 4 stars is a really good. It's perfect rating for me. So I'm gonna read Bitter soon. I don't know if I'm gonna get to it. If I don't get to it in May, I'm getting to it in June, because I immediately want to know more about the mom, which is Jam's mom is Bitter, and she has a book. I don't have it next to me. It's on my nightstand, but this was a solid 4 stars. I love this book. I really liked it. I highly recommend it. It's YA, but it's it's something that eventually we need to talk to our kids about. Even as young as like little kids, like my son just turned 5, and like using their language to explain, like, you know, I don't want to give it away, but you know, like, just talk to your kids basically. In their language at their age level. Like me, my husband, my mom, even his pediatrician at his 5-year-old checkup that we just went to last week, she was telling him, like, you know, in his language, like in the little kid language, like, okay, I don't want to give it away, but it's just basically like, you know, only let mommy and daddy, you know, help you with this, things like that. So yeah, so I and we also tell him the same thing. So yes, highly recommend it. And I did, I just remember I started off the vlog reading this one. I'm still reading it. And I told you I was gonna read it on Mother's Day, and I did, but it's like, I don't know why it's taking me so long, but I'm loving it. So when I first opened the vlog, I think I was like at page 60, but now I'm at 136. And it's not a long book. It's like 300 pages. Y'all know I'll be flying. No. Well, yeah, no, yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's like exactly 300 pages. It's just a lot of information, and it's 4 storylines to follow. And so it's like I said before, and I think in the last clip I said it, this is like one of those books you cannot, well, at least for me, it's like I can't fly through it, because I'm like taking notes. I'm like, okay, this friend is that one, and yeah. But I made progress. I got to, I think Goodreads said I'm at like 45%. Yeah, I think I'm at 45% now. Whereas before, when I first started, I was like at 20. So I made progress. And I'm still loving it. Again, I can take my time too, because it doesn't come out till September. But I was just, this is one of the books I begged for, because I'm so excited about it. And I love books about female friendship, Black female friendship, and things like that. But just know, at least for me, because y'all know I can fly through a book, but it's like but I can't fly through this. Like, I'm really like sitting with it and reading it. I don't want to say slowly, but it's just like it's just wordy to where like I have to pay attention. But I don't want to negate it and say that I don't pay attention to my other books, but I don't know. You'll know what I'm talking about when you read this. So yes. And then the final reading update, y'all saw me reading this when I was at the cafe at the Books and Bouquets event. It is my immersive reading experience, my immersive read, I guess you could say. So this is my library, the physical book from the library, and then I started listening to the audiobook also, and I'm like immersive reading, just like what I did for Matriarch. Did I talk to y'all about Matriarch? Oh no, I posted on Instagram. That's what it was. Well, yeah, I read Matriarch, but I think it's before I started this vlog. I think like maybe the same, I don't know. I didn't vlog about this though, but this 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars, 5 stars. If you follow me on Instagram and Goodreads Storygraph, you already saw my rating and my review. I wrote a little caption, a long review. Anyways, so this is I figured out, like, I love immersive reading. I love to listen along and read along, like, when I have the time. So I went to the Bookstore bouquet event after I bought my books, and I made my flower bouquet. I was just sitting there with my smoothie and snacks and reading my book. So I am not finished with it. I am on, there's no chapter numbers, but I'm on page 147 now, and I think I was like way earlier. I was like in page 30 something when I was reading this in the cafe. Y'all, this is one of those books, kind of like Martyr. This is one of those books that I would, sorry, got my allergies. I've been going through it with these freaking allergies, even though I get allergy shots. I mean, it could be worse. The allergy shots have been saving me, because it could be worse. I could be itching my ears all through this video, but I've been good. It's just a little bit of nose itching going on. Anyways, so this has been a book that I know everybody has been singing its praises for whenever it came out. Was it 2023 it came out, or 24? I guess 23. Y'all, look at the author. This is Chain Gang All Stars by Nana Kwame Adjei-Brenyah. Yes, I love when people keep their names. Yes. Your strong name. So it has been one of the books I've been scared to read, because it just off rip, this title sounds graphic. Like, and then look at the axe thing. Like, I know what this is now, because it's through the book. It's its own character, basically. And I was like, okay, this sounds graphic, scary, horror, and keep it away from me. You see how I didn't buy this book? I got it from the library, because I've had multiple chances to buy this book. Y'all know how I stay in a library. I mean, I stay in bookstores and go into book events where I'm buying books, and they all always carry this book. I'm like, no, I'm cool. But my friend was like, we need to read this. I'm so easily influenced when it comes to books. Whether it's a favorite, whether it's a book influencer or my friends, they're like, let's read this. I'm like, okay. Anyway, so this one is, I don't think I've talked to y'all about it. Y'all just saw me read it. So this one is there a little blurb? Okay, it's about two top women gladiators fighting for their freedom within a depraved private prison system not so far removed from America's own. So, and that's part of the scary thing, is that a lot of the themes in this book is I don't want to say reminiscent. I guess reminiscent, or it's like what is kind of going on and has been going on in our prison system, especially the private prison system type thing. So Nana, the author, he even has little footnotes of like real facts about things that he's talking about in the book, and like, you know, like things about solitary confinement. And yeah, so solitary confinement has been consistently found nationally and internationally to induce anxiety, paranoia, hallucinations, depression, panic attacks, memory loss, and other cognitive effects. And every page is basically, most of the pages, like, he puts a footnote at the bottom to give the real effect behind this fictional world that he's created, about torture and stuff like that. He put like the real U.S. penal codes. This is a guy that has researched. This is an author that has researched and really put work into this fictional dystopian story, and it shows. And that's why me, Scared to Cat Charnel, is eating it up. I'm listening to it and physically reading it, and like I said, I'm usually a scaredy cat. But so this one, so the two female characters, they this system in Chain Gang All Stars. So the Chain Gang All Stars is it's a way to get your freedom from being in prison. So these are real prisoners, and they chose to, or they were placed into the Chain Gang All Stars to where like they do gladiator matches. So like, you know, like the movie Gladiator and like how real ancient Rome was, I believe it was the same thing. Like they were prisoners and they were forced to fight to the death. So it's the same thing here. And they are prisoners. So these are like murderers, people convicted of murder, people convicted of rape, people convicted of, I think those are like the main things, like those violent crimes in the real world, and then sent to prison. And they, they're like placed in, I can't remember. I don't know if I glossed over or if they said it specifically, like outright, but they're either placed in the gladiator system or they choose to be put in it. Like, because if you win a certain amount of fights, then you are automatically, you're released and you're back into society free. But yeah, so the main two characters are Loretta Third War, everybody calls her Third War, and then Hurricane Stacks. Her name is Hamara Stacker, but they just call her Hurricane Stacks. That's her like gladiator name. And then Third War's name is just Third War. She didn't want to be called nothing else. So they're like the top two women in the Chain Gang All Stars, and we're just following their journey. And it's like this other stuff going on, and we get other perspectives. And that is, it's like telling like the full story. There's like other stuff going on in the background because people are trying to abolish the system and things like that. So yeah, it's good. It's good. If you've read this, you already know. If you haven't read this and you're a scaredy cat like me, I think it's good to read. It's not scary. It's just a little bit graphic in what they describe how these people are getting killed. And I'm just like, but yeah, it's a real kind of an indictment on like our prison system, especially the private prison system. Yeah. So those are my reading updates. I finished one book. I'm proud of me in this reading vlog, and I'm almost done with the other two. But yeah, so I'm gonna end the vlog here. Thank y'all so much for watching. As always, please like and subscribe and comment what you're reading. If you made it this far, comment what you're reading currently in the comments. All right, y'all. Bye.